Enchanté, mon chers. Hello. It is totally Tuesday. We are here for our Oracle Manifestation reading. We are checking in with our goals and the things that we're trying to call into our lives and see what is good. What should we know for our highest good to reveal the most potential this week? What kind of pitfalls should we be aware of? What kind of actions should we be taking for our highest good to propel this purpose forward? Or if we need to sit with it for a minute and reflect and regroup and reevaluate, that's good too. But what do we need to know? Where do we need to be directed? I hope everybody is doing well. I'm feeling a sudden burst of exhilaration. This was my Friday at work, so I am looking forward to having the next couple of days off. And I'm gonna finish putting in my garden. I need to go back and finish putting in like my flower seeds and go get the last of my vegetable seeds that I'm missing. Pretty excited about it. All right, what do we need to know for the week? We got one card already. I'm gonna flip that over. Ooh, I haven't really ever pulled that out of the deck before. Okay, so Healing the Heart was our first card. Let's see. We'll just talk about them as we pull them. So Healing the Heart is the first card, which this makes sense. I have been feeling that already this week. I don't know if you guys have been emotional at all, or if you're feeling like you're coming out of the end of that Pisces season and finally feeling like you're walking into the light of this new day that is spring. But I feel your pain and I feel the exhilaration either way because I'm there with you. It's so funny. It's like when the heart, when the heart chakra is opening and when the heart is healing, it's like you have these moments of euphoria and like relief, like, oh, it's getting better. But then like you're also struck with like crying and, rage or like bewilderment or, bargaining. It's like you're going through the stages of grief still while you're healing. So I don't know. I think a lot of times we hope that healing means that the pain is just getting like, it's just dissipating more and more and more, like at these unpredictable layers. But I don't think that healing is like that. I think healing is like really all over the place. And then one day you wake up and you're just like, you have nothing left to like give to the grief. Before my best friend Trace died, I remember I was really upset over this dude who I thought, was like a soulmate, person. And I think you have a lot of soulmates that come in and out of your life in a lifetime. But I was really upset about him and it was like really hard to shake. And I remember Trace said, Trixie, if you really let yourself wallow and like go all at it, like really just like cry as hard as you can, get really as pathetic as you can about it, like slide down the wall, level, like walking down the hallway, like, oh God. He was like, how long would you need to cry this dude out? And I was like, I don't know, 2.5, 3 days, maybe, probably less. And he was like, so just do it. And then wash that man right out of your hair. And so I think that we should just lend ourselves to that. And it's not just that we're like maybe crying over a relationship that didn't work out. But I mean, we've really been looking at our whole lives up until now. And really processing so much of the subconscious patterning and going back and doing the healing work with our inner child. We've been taking a look at our shadow self and embracing it and reclaiming it and reintegrating that. And there's just, oh my God, there's just so much, so many feelings. It's so exhausting. So just let it all pass through. But it is getting better and things are taking a turn for the better. It's just, I think we're just so tired from it all. And And it's just about like the energy is just picking up more and more. I mean, I can even just tell it just by the restaurant. Like we're getting so busy again for summer, which is really exciting. But it's just like, yeah, there's a lot of opportunity in the air this year, I think. And so doing the uncomfortable work of the heart healing now, letting all this purge, washing it all out of your hair, all of the things that didn't work out from the past, or things that you thought you would have done or done by now, or these expectations, all the weight of it all, we're casting it off. You know, it's like we're going forward anew. We're writing a new story, so no one's late to be anywhere yet, right? Because we've all just started over. And we've laid our foundations, the ground is clear, and so it's like starting now, we're building from here, right? Anything goes, it's anybody's game. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't feel like you are in the wrong if you are like, why am I not like rushing forward into spring and like the big new year, big new cycle with all this energy? Why am I still like processing all this emotion? Like, I wouldn't be too worried. I think that you're going to feel better and better and better shortly. It's just that it's just been a lot. And now I think we're past the culmination of the emotional like surge. I just think that now we're so tired from it that we're extra tender, and it's just like the last of like the just getting it all out of our system. You're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. Yay! So keep up the great work in your life. You're a powerful healer, and all the work that you've been doing is paying off, and things are starting to show fruit. So stick with it, and just remember that the universe sometimes just needs time to catch up with your manifestations. You're dealing with a lot of parts and pieces that have to be moved into place, and then other people's like free will comes into play as well. So you just have to wait for things to fall into place. Trust the process. Trust the universe has your back. Release and surrender to the care of divine, and relax. And like feel good and serene and fulfilled in that relaxed state of surrender to the divine plan, and it'll all fall into place a lot faster and a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable because you won't be so worried. But just have patience and focus on your worthiness. After all of that healing, really what we need to do now is build and build and build and build and build upon our self-worth, and get really, really clear on what we want and our vision, and like get a very visceral like feeling and idea and visualization of what that looks like in real flesh, in real time for you, living that reality as if it were now. How does it feel? What does it look like? Get really super clear on that. Deepen your self-worth, because if you don't feel like you deserve it, there's nothing that's really drawing it in, right? You need desire. You need a grand vision. Get a bigger picture of what you think is possible for yourself. You need faith that it's possible. You need certainty that it's possible. You need certainty in the Creator, that no matter what the circumstances look like, the Creator can do anything and move any part in peace that needs to be moved for things to fall into place, for you to be in favor, for you to be victorious, any and every time, right? So you have that faith, and then you have the trust, and you surrender, and you let go and allow. And that letting go and that allowing, it signals trust. And then you're not fighting against the cosmos to pull you in to the current that's trying to take you to that destiny, right? You surrender to the flow and you let it take you. But you can't rush it and you can't force it, right? You've got to be patient and you've got to observe. And when the time is right, you got to catch the wave, right? So the assignment right now is to work on the worthiness. Because what I was going to say before is, so the clarity of your idea and your visualization, your ability to articulate it and imagine it, that is sending out like a radio signal, right? It's like, this is the broadcast that I'm sending out that I want to match with. The desire in our heart is the magnet that draws the thing towards us. It's that desire that like pulls the thing and conjures the thing in. So you got to get clear about what you want so you can broadcast the order out. You have to have a deep desire to receive that thing because it's the magnet that's going to pull it in from the universe. And you have to have a deep sense of self-worth, a grand and big and deep sense of self-worth, sense of deserving, because that is going to be the size of the vessel for you receiving the thing, meaning your capacity to be able to bring this in. So say you want to receive a partner, you want to call in an equal romantic partner, but you almost don't feel like you deserve the thing that you want, or like you're not equal to the thing that you really want. That's a conflicting desire, hidden conflicting desire within you. Your worthiness, like your sense of deservingness, has to be there. Or else, even if you do manage to meet this person and attract them in, they're going to feel that you are not like, that you don't feel like you deserve them. And then you're going to be sabotaging yourself and over pleasing and bending over backwards, or you're going to be like really insecure or overly paranoid, or trying to be overly controlling about how things play out, right? So it's going to sabotage it in the end. So you have to have the worthiness. If you say win the lottery and you don't feel like you deserve the money, you're going to find a way to blow it all. If you get a job, say you get a promotion and you're like, oh, I'm not worthy of this, then you're probably going to drop the ball and you're going to like sabotage yourself, or people around you are going to smell on you that you don't think you're worthy of it. And it's not going to, like the position, it's not going to work out, right? So you have to have a sense of worthiness. And finally, it's your faith that is this, that strengthens the vessel. It's that trust to be able to relax and surrender and go with the flow that gives the vessel the strength to contain the manifestation, to have the fulfillment of the light within it. Because you can actually like get the manifestation and it can come to fruition, but if you like, you can have it without being fulfilled. Like the manifestation can be fulfilled without being fulfilling. So you want all of that. You want to get your wish, but you also want it to be fulfilling, you know, once you get that. And so the fulfilling part happens on a spiritual level, because you realize that it's not really the thing that's going to fulfill you anyway. It's like your fulfillment, you learn to be fulfilled with or without the thing, because you're fulfilled by deeper things in life, and by, you know, your feeling of connectedness with it all and with divine and with the light. And when you know that the fulfillment really comes from the light, and that's the juice that gets you the high, then whatever the husk it comes in really doesn't matter, right? So at that point you're like, oh, I can take it or leave it. I mean, I really want it, but if it doesn't work out, it's fine. The light will come to me in this way or that, right? And then you're in this state of surrender, and there's nothing polarizing what you want to come in. Because if you aren't in a state of surrender and you find yourself in a state of control and like worry, then suddenly you are vibrating fear, lack, and doubt. And your consciousness is saying, oh, I don't have this thing. And so then that becomes the thing you start broadcasting. So it's all very layered. That's why it's like a formula. Everything has to be working together in manifestation. All right, what else do we need to know for this week? What's going to be relevant? Ooh, contemplation time. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. So yeah, this may not be the biggest action week. This is probably getting everything together on the inside, right? Pulling yourself together, letting yourself get centered and grounded, catch your breath, spend time ruminating and dreaming about what you want to call in, and what you want it to look like and feel like for yourself. And let yourself heal from all of this stuff that you've been processing. Like, it's like, let yourself heal from the healing. Like, it's sort of like, have you ever been on vacation and then you come home from the vacation and you tired yourself out on vacation, you need a vacation from the vacation? That is what I think the healing the heart card coming up this week. It's like we're healing from the healing now. We're just sort of convalescing from it all. Focusing on our worthiness, contemplating what it is that we want, getting really clear so it can come in fast. But yeah, spend time alone, meditate, catch your breath, really take care of yourself, nourish yourself, take care of your environment, maybe have a nice bath, do, some projects that you wanted to tie up loose ends on. Just get in a really good feeling state, because that is the most magnetic, is when you feel really good. You feel really nurtured, and you feel, put yourself in the state of receiving. So give to yourself. Give that relaxation to yourself. Ooh, blessed change. Ooh, so exciting. A major life change brings you great blessings. So yeah, take time to figure it all out now and really get an idea of how you want things to play out. Give yourself a chance to catch your breath, and just keep reinforcing the fact that you know that you're worthy, and that you are like in complete and utter belief and understanding that you are worthy. Work on rewriting the subconscious to believe that too, because so many times, like, we can believe it fully in our mind and in our heart, but it's those echoes from the past that linger in the subconscious that are still running these like faulty operating systems, or they have viruses in our operating system, right? And that's why, we can feel like we're calling in and doing all the right things, and even something might show up, but it just like falls through or putters out or whatever. So yeah, just get excited. Big changes are coming. Very powerful blessings are coming in. So just continue to have time to meditate. Use your prayers out loud to continue to speak these blessings into your life and call them into being, and they will be there eventually, sooner or later. Because if they weren't meant to be yours, then like your heart would eventually be like, okay, maybe this isn't right, and it would be able to move on and move forward. But if there's something that's like your calling and it is yours and it has your name on it, like from like heaven's stamp, it won't leave you alone, and you won't be able to leave it alone either. So whatever is yours is already yours. Name it and claim it and call it in, y'all. All right. I'm sleepy and I'm ready to have some really delicious spaghetti and, I don't know, maybe watch an Outlander. Y'all take care. I will see you tomorrow. Oh my gosh, for our midweek reading, and maybe I'll do our video a little early. Maybe I'll take it out to the forest and see what's happening out there. All right, y'all. Ciao.